What's cracking, Jack? Merry Christmas. You're in the jungle. 5 games on tap in the association. I've got them all for you. Right here, right now. Merry Christmas, everybody. Welcome back to the show. And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome to the jungle. I'm going to break down all 5 Christmas Day games and give you 2 bets for each one of those games. The first bet is always, if you follow my channel, you know I give you bets for every game. The first bet is either a side or a total. The second bet I give you always a player prop. So we're going to do something very fun for Christmas in the spirit of Christmas. Comment on the video, either side/total or comment props. And if all 5 of the side or total that I give you hit in the video, you win a free month membership in the jungle if you comment side and total. If you comment props, if all 5 props I give you in this video hit, same thing. You would get a free month membership in the jungle. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you take me up on it. This video is brought to you by mybookie.ag. Open up a new account today with mybookie.ag. And if your first bet doesn't hit, it's refunded up to $500, but you have to use the promo code SILVERBACK. MyBookie.ag, one of the biggest and best offshore websites that there is for sports betting. Again, open up a new account, MyBookie.ag, promo code SILVERBACK. If your first bet doesn't hit, it's refunded up to $500. So first game we're looking at, Cleveland plus 5.5 at the Knicks, over under 239.5. Both teams relatively healthy. Evan Mobley, questionable to play, trending toward playing. Now, there are 2 times when you seriously want to consider backing the Knicks. One is at home, where they're 14-2 this season. The other is against the spread as a favorite. The Knicks are 16-6 against the spread their last 22 games as a favorite. This is a Cleveland team that lacks the defense that has made them one of the top Eastern Conference teams over the last few years. Cleveland ranks 20th in scoring defense, allowing 117.5 points a game, and they're just 32% against the spread their last 20 games. Big sample size. The Knicks have covered this number of minus 5.5 in 11 of their last 16 games. As I said, they're great against the spread when they're favored. Lay the points with the Knicks and look at Jalen Brunson over 6.5 assists. He's over this in 5 consecutive games with a median of 8 assists per game. Spurs plus 9.5 at the Thunder. This is going to be super fun to watch. Over under 233.5. If you follow the NBA, you know this is a big game. The Spurs are 2-0 against the defending champs this season. The first game was a narrow win on a neutral court in Las Vegas, of course. The second was just a few days ago in San Antonio. The Spurs beat the Thunder by 20. Digging into that box score, there's a big reason why that happened. The Spurs shot 24 free throws compared to the Thunder's 7. Normally the Thunder are on the other end of that. That's not, of course, the only reason the Thunder lost. The Spurs outplayed them. But it played a big part, and believe me when I tell you that the foul differential won't be tilted the same way for the Spurs in Oklahoma City in this game. It's not going to happen. That's a huge outlier that's going to flip spots in this game and I think affect the outcome. Now, Oklahoma City's in a revenge spot at home, as I said, where they are 14-0 this season. Expect playoff intensity, level defense, playoff intensity, level hustle, and a crowd that is acting like it's a playoff game from the Thunder. I think the Thunder win this game. I think they cover the spread of 9.5, but your best player prop in this game is Devin Vassell, over 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists. The kids call it PRA. In his last 10 games, Vassell has a median of 23 PRA per game. This is also a statistic that hits the most of all of his stats, and he's been a thorn in the OKC Thunder's side. His last 3 games against OKC, 2 this year and the last one last year, 23, 32, and 23 PRA. So it plays in that game, OKC minus 9.5, and Vassell over his PRA at 19.5. Dallas plus 8.5 at Golden State, over under 227.5. This is too many points to give the Mavericks in this situation. The Warriors have not been good covering big spreads this season. They've covered this number of minus 9.5 in just 2 of their last 10 games, whereas the Mavericks have covered their end of it, plus 8.5, in 9 of their last 10 and in 75% of games this season. Even when they were struggling, the Mavericks have kept games close. Dallas is good on the road as an underdog as well. They're 6-2 against the spread their last 8 games on the road as an underdog. Dallas also has the number 1 3-point defense in the NBA, which will certainly help them a little bit against the Warriors. I think the Mavs keep this close. I would take the points with the Dallas Mavericks. And also, player prop-wise, we're looking at Brandon Pajomski of the Warriors, over 18.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's over this line in 4 straight games with a median of 22 per game. He's also been over this line in 10 of 13 home games this season. Houston, minus 2.5 at the Lakers, over-under 230.5. Luka questionable for the Lakers, trending toward playing. Sengun questionable for Houston, trending toward playing. This is the first time these two teams are matching up this season. And I like to think that Houston is too much for them size-wise and defensively, but Houston has not been playing great basketball. I think the move in this game is taking the over 230.5. 6 of the Rockets' last 10 games have gone over this total, and 7 of the Lakers' last 10 have. Between the two of them, they average 238 points scored per game. I also like Amen Thompson of the Rockets, over 28.5 points, rebounds, and assists. This is a game he'll be very active in, so you want to back every single role that he's going to be taking on. He's over this in 8 of his last 10 games with a median of 33.5 PRA. In the last game we're looking at today, Minnesota plus 3.5 at Denver, over under 238.5. This is the third time they've played this season. Denver won both other games in Minnesota. First game by 13, second game by 11. I think 3.5 is short here with the game being in Denver. I would lay it with the Nuggets, minus 3.5. For a player prop, I would consider Dante DiVincenzo of Minnesota over 3.5 assists. He's been over this line in 8 of his last 10 games and 63% of games this season, and 3 of his last 4 games against the Nuggets. Have a great Christmas, Silverback Nation. Thank you for all that you do and allow me to do this for a living. I truly appreciate it. And remember, take me up. Let's have some fun on Christmas Day. In the comment section, put either spread-total or common player props. And if I go 5 for 5 in the spread or total, or 5 for 5 in the player props, if you commented that, you get a free month.